Good evening, family and friends. I hope you're all doing well and you're prepared for holidays and um, whatever else is going on. I want to just wait for a few minutes for to see or talk for a minute or two. Um, and I want to encourage those of you who are out there who don't have anything to do this evening for the next 4 or 5 minutes to come on in and listen to some things I have to say. Um, I am concerned. I have just been watching news reports on ABC and on WRAL, and I am very concerned about tomorrow's public hearing and potentially tomorrow's public vote on the Downtown South project. And I want to tell you why I'm concerned. I don't think we're being told all of the truth. In fact, I know some of the things that I am hearing and reading and things that I have heard from members of the council and from other people that we are not hearing all of the truth. And so the truth that we are not hearing is when they keep telling us that community benefits agreements are not enforceable in the state of North Carolina. A community benefits agreement is enforceable. It is a legal contract. It would be a legal contract between the developer and a citizens organization. That could be one organization, it could be a coalition of organizations, but it is a legally binding contract that the community participates in. It cannot be a contract between a government entity or a requirement from the government for a developer to enter into this agreement. But it is not a developer's agreement. It is not an agreement between the city and the government entity. A community benefits agreement is between the community and the developer. Since July of this year, I have been asking Kane Realty's representative, Bonner Gaylord, if Kane Realty would be interested or willing to participate in a community benefits agreement. At first, I was ignored. And then I was told that they had been told that that wasn't the best way to go by someone at the city. I don't know if that was the mayor. I don't know if that was someone in community development. I don't know who that was. They didn't give a name. Since then, um, I reached out by letter on behalf of Partners for Environmental Justice and asked if they would be willing to entertain a community benefits agreement and discussion about that. A couple of weeks went by and we got no response. During that time, One Wake let us know that they were about to launch they've been in the process of getting churches together, nonprofits together over a 3-year period, and their leadership was ready to launch. So I did not respond. We got a response from Kane, from Bonner Gaylord at Kane, about 2 weeks after I sent a letter, and another week went by before there was any response. I did not respond because I was waiting for One Wake to agree to take on the Downtown South project, and they did. During a planning commission meeting, Bonner Gaylord stated that Kane Realty was willing to talk to anybody who wanted to come and talk to them. And he stated that he had reached out to me, he had responded to a letter I had written, which was true. He didn't say that it had been 2 weeks since he received the letter before he responded, and that I had not responded to him. And so it was announced during the Planning Commission meeting that I had waited until till One Wake was launching, because they had agreed to be the organization to enter into a community benefits agreement, because Kane Realty had said that they had to have a legal, an organization of legal standing to enter into a community benefits agreement with. Since then, One Wake has requested the community benefits agreement. They have made an offer to Kane, and Kane they have not officially by letter refused that unless that has happened in the last 24 hours. But they have not come to the table to discuss a community benefits agreement. Today on WRAL and on ABC 11, I have heard the mayor say, either in print or verbally, that a community benefits agreement is not enforceable in the state of North Carolina. That is not true. And I want that lie to be closed. It's not true. There have been community benefits agreements in North Carolina. And speaking with someone who has worked as the director of the Federal Reserve Bank of Richmond and who is now at UNC, Jeannie Milken Bonds, I asked her if that was the case, because that is her area of expertise. She said that banks have used community agreements in North Carolina. There are some cities and towns that we know that have used community benefits agreements in North Carolina. So that is, they are enforceable, they are legal, and the folks on the council need to stop either being told that that's not true, or they need to stop telling the public that they are not legally enforceable documents, because they are. And so I want it out there, public and true, that community benefits agreements are legal, and they don't require money from our county property tax to be used to pay for things. The developer could make those payments themselves. People also don't seem to know that Downtown South is being built in an opportunity zone, or the property is in an opportunity zone. Opportunity zones allow for capital gains taxes to be rolled over, so things can be sold, investments, art, real estate, things that are held as investments can be sold, and rather than the owners having to pay taxes, federal taxes on that money can be rolled over into an opportunity zone fund or into an investment in an opportunity zone to grow the area in economic development. And for a period of 5, 7, 10 years, and sometimes more, taxes will not have to be paid on that property. So Kane Realty is already getting tax benefits just by virtue of owning property and planning to develop it in Downtown South, in southern Raleigh, because that area is an opportunity zone. It is important to know the truth, and I want this community, our city, our county, to know the truth. These half truths are not doing us any good. And it disturbs me greatly that we are not being told the truth and we're being conned. Now, I'm not saying that Downtown South is a horrible thing. I'm not saying that project is a bad thing at all. I am saying that we need to know the truth. The community needs to be part of this process, especially if there is interest in using our federal and our county taxes to pay for building anything on this land. And I just needed to share that with you tonight. And so I hope that counselors will hear this. I hope that citizens will hear this. And I hope that you will know that this rezoning doesn't have to be done quickly. There's no plan, there are no schematics, there are renderings. Renderings are drawings. That is not a plan for building anything, and certainly not a plan for building anything of the size or the magnitude of downtown South. Thank you so much. And if you have not written or emailed or called your city council or your counselor's office or your county commissioners, because if they are to do a tax increment grant, that will have to be approved by the county commissioners, please do so. Please do so tonight or tomorrow before tomorrow night's 7 o'clock public hearing. Even though there is another meeting scheduled on Thursday, if when the mayor closes the public hearing tomorrow evening, she wants to put that to a vote, that rezoning to a vote tomorrow evening, she certainly can do so. And so make your voice heard. Make yourself heard. Thank you so much and have a good night.